Hello everybody, this is methlokaiju, and today I'm back with some brand new Godzilla Kingdom Monsters information. And today we'll be going over the reactions from the Godzilla world premiere. I know, the world premiere already happened. We have less than 2 weeks left, guys, okay? Less than 2 weeks. I cannot wait. But anyhow, yeah, the entire cast was there except for Charles Dance. But the director was there, the legend himself. Even Gareth Edwards was there. Vera Farmiga, Kyle Chandler, you name it, they were there. The executive producer, the mocap actors for King Ghidorah were there. Even Godzilla himself was there with a very nice blue bow tie. Look at that. Awesome, 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 awesome. So, as I already mentioned, yes, there is new reactions from this premiere because they obviously showed the movie to a ton of people. And there was also some screenings that were before the premiere, so there's reactions from there as well. So let's go over them. Last video, they're basically all positive. This time there is actually some negatives, okay? Which in my opinion, negative reviews at this moment is actually like a double-edged sword, okay? There is some good to them. And what I mean is that these negatives basically disprove the notion that Legendary told those that disliked the movie to keep quiet until the embargo lifts. So I guess that isn't the case. And people were able to, kind of give away their own vague thoughts about the movie. So that even gives a bigger impact to the positive ones we do have. So that's pretty nice. So speaking of negative reviews, let's go over them first. So first negative review comes from Mike Ryan. Earlier he did say, love movies where all the action is at night in the rain, where it's 2 hours of what just happened. And then he replied to himself by saying, in other news, this tweet was about Godzilla too. I thought it was borderline unwatchable, but go with God if you liked it. Yeah, this is pretty negative. Now, what he means by borderline unwatchable, I'm pretty sure that's a bit, that's a hyperbole, of course. I think that's a huge exaggeration. But I think what he's referring to, borderline unwatchable, is just like how dark it is, maybe, or maybe the entire plot was terrible. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, not really a glowing review at all. Not glowing whatsoever. Next negative review comes from Simon Thompson, and he said the following: saw Godzilla King of the Monsters the other day, and I've got to be honest, I wasn't a big fan. You want monsters galore and mayhem and fight after fight? This has a lot of that. Shame the rest of it is disappointing and too one note. It is huge though, really huge. So I'm pretty sure Simon Thompson was probably expecting a very good storyline, which I think none of us really expected, because obviously he is saying the monster mayhem is amazing, but everything else is just disappointing. So I mean, that's obviously bad to hear. I'm guessing the storyline is very basic, the acting is meh, and I think most of us did actually expect that. We didn't expect, an Oscar-worthy movie or anything like that. So I think Simon Thompson probably went in with higher expectations than usual. Not trying to discredit him or anything, because his opinions are valid, of course. But, that's just my take on that. Next, we have Vinny Mancuso, who said, hashtag Godzilla King of the Monsters is like an A+ monster mash spectacle with a very generous D+ script. There's one particular plot point that rubbed me all kinds of wrong ways. Zilla himself is still a chunky icon though, and the Ghidorah design is dope. Yeah, D+ script. Then that's being generous according to him. So yeah, that is not good to hear. Okay, that is definitely not good to hear. Obviously the plot is very basic. Okay, and most of us expected that, and I kind of expected that. Yeah, that is not that good to hear about the D+ script, but on the other token, the Monster Mash spectacle is again amazing, okay? That's pretty much unanimous across every single reviewer, and I'm pretty sure that will be the case once the movie actually comes out. So, yeah, there is that. And next, finally, we have William Biani. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I don't know. But he gave a mixed review and said, Godzilla movie is the giant monster movie you've been waiting for if you've been waiting for a bunch of giant monsters that look super cool and fight each other. On that level, it's phenomenal. On the other levels, well, I have critiques, but they can wait for my full review. Okay, so obviously he is referring to the human characters and the plots, okay? They're probably very basic, okay, and quite forgettable, which in my opinion is not bad. It's not too bad, okay, because I didn't really expect phenomenal characters or anything like that. Amazing characterization, no. If the entire movie is going to be mainly giant monsters, then yeah, the humans are definitely going to take a hit on that. So I'm not too surprised on that regard. So yeah, I guess this is a mixed review, not too negative, but you know, a bit mixed. So now let's go on to the positive review. So we have Mike K, who said, just got out of the Godzilla movie premiere, highly impressed. Definitely an entertaining movie. Next we have Ashley Menzel, who I believe is a critic on Rotten Tomatoes, so this opinion is definitely quite important, and they stated, that Godzilla movie is game-changing, marking a turning point in monster movies. Really that big? That's pretty surprising. Anyhow, it is big, loud, and will reign as king for a long time. The king has arrived. Hashtag Godzilla King of the Monsters. So this is very promising. Very, very promising. I'm not sure how it can be a game changer if it's, you know, a giant monster movie where monsters are fighting like other movies like Rampage, etc. But I don't know. I just don't want to think too much of it because this compliment is great. Okay, very, very good. Aaron Newworth. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but I believe he's also a Rotten Tomatoes critic, said, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, delivers on all the kaiju mayhem fit for the literal biggest film of the summer. It's insane how they brought all these classic monsters to life. I look forward to letting them fight again at Godzilla movie. Good to hear. We have Edward Carmichael Aschoff. Is that correct? I don't know. But he replied to Michael Dougherty with this message. I tell you what, this man grew up worshipping Godzilla like I did. Just got out of the Godzilla 2 premiere and I felt like a kid again. Thanks Mike Dougherty at Godzilla movie. Those visuals, that's music. Awesome to hear. John Spartan. That last name though. That last name. Nguyen. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. They said, hashtag Godzilla King of the Monsters is the Godzilla we deserve. No teasing, just straight up mayhem. Fans will love the many nods to classic films, including the themes from the different kaiju. Okay, good to hear, good to hear. Hopefully that means King Ghidorah's and Rodan's theme, because those are actually new themes, or not the original classic ones, which, you know, that was kind of disappointing. So hopefully they're actually very good and iconic. We'll see. Patrick Doggle? I don't know. These last names, though. I'm sorry. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. But they said, when I say you guys are not ready for Godzilla King of the Monsters, you are not ready. Find the biggest screen possible immediately. 2019 is really that year for movies. Ugh. Godzilla movies. Excuse me, hashtag Godzilla movie. Now we have Lewis, who said, just watched Godzilla King of the Monsters. Pretty damn good. Fun movie. Good action. Way better than the first one. Bring on hashtag Godzilla vs. Kong. Great to hear that this movie amps people up for the sequel. Then we have Jackie B, who said, wow, honestly, what a great movie. Godzilla King of the Monsters met my expectations totally. The monster had so much screen time. It was great. The movie was seriously so action-packed too. It dove right into showing off Godzilla and fight scenes early on. Very impressed. Awesome. Babyface said, Godzilla King of the Monsters is a must-see. Definitely a 5-star film. Ooh, nice. Good to hear. And finally, we have Drew Taylor, who said, forgot to tweet my hashtag Godzilla King of the Monsters thoughts. For the most parts, I loved it. Mostly for just how crazy it is. Rodan and Mothra were highlights, as was at Whitford Bradley. I'm very behind whatever the Monsterverse has in store for us. Okay, so good to hear that this movie is amping people up for the future of the Monsterverse. Awesome. Other interesting things is that for the most part he loved it, so there is some parts he didn't like, which is completely fine. and also that Rodan and Mothra, as well as Bradley Whitford, were highlights. So that is actually very, very interesting. I know a lot of people were fearing that Bradley Whitford would be a terrible character. Same here. I thought that would be the case, but I have heard from a lot of people that Bradley Whitford is actually very good in this movie. One of the best characters, okay, and has some of the best lines. So that is very interesting, okay. I'm pretty sure Thomas Middleditch, though, which is the secondary comic relief, won't be good. Okay, I can already tell he would not be a good character at all, and preferably I would want him eaten or something, but whatever. So that is all for this video. Please tell me in the comments below what are your thoughts on these reactions, and what do you think this movie will have on Rotten Tomatoes. That is all for this video. Subscribe, like, and comment. This is methlokaiju signing out.